Hey everyone, we are live on the live stream, a very impromptu live stream with a different background, as you can see. I'm live in Sunriver, Oregon right now on a little family vacation for the next 10 days. And I'm trying a new setup right now, so hopefully it's working okay. And hopefully the audio is syncing with the video. I'm using some AirPods, which I don't normally use. And I have a new laptop that I'm set up here for this particular live stream. So I'll let everyone join in. Let me know if the video and the audio is synced okay enough to be able to do this live stream. I thought it'd be good to check in with everyone because it's been a while since I've done my last video on this YouTube channel. It's been around 45 days. We hear from Quinn. Quinn the Q says, looks and sounds great. Okay, cool. So this is a very portable setup that I have here. Let me say hello to everyone. Was there a week ago? Yeah, Sunriver's awesome. We come here every summer, and we go kayaking and hiking and all sorts of different things. It's fun to get away from the city a little bit and just enjoy nature. And it's just beautiful in the Central Oregon area. So we hang around in Bend and go to the Deschutes River and Mount Bachelor and all sorts of different places. Cool. Mary, I missed you too, Mary. It's been a little bit since I've done a video, so hopefully I still know how to do a live stream. Hopefully, so yeah. Thanks everyone for saying hi. So, man, almost from Germany. I haven't been to Germany since around 2007, but I'd like to go back at some point. We also have someone from Norway. That's awesome. This is going to be a totally different live stream than the normal ones that I do. That's more of an interview format. This is just going to be all me, and I'm just going to be talking with all of you for around 30 minutes or so. My wife and the kids and my father-in-law are going on a little Jeep trip right now. So they're off over at Broken Top Mountain right now doing a Jeep adventure, and I'm back here at the rental home, and I'm just hanging out right now, taking it easy. So I figured I'd do a live stream and check in with everyone, talk a little bit about some of the stuff I'm working on. Yes, I'm not going away or anything like that. It's just been a little busy the past month or so, a little over a month. So cool. So how's the new job? The new job's going really well, Daniel. I've been, as I mentioned on my YouTube channel in the community tab, that I started a new job recently. Same company, but it's a new team and a new title as well. So I'm a manager now. So learning how to be a manager. So that's a fun process. So, but it's been a lot of fun so far, and I'm just kind of ramping up. So it's been keeping me very busy in that regard. So that's why you haven't seen as many videos lately. But hopefully I'll get into the flow of things, and then I could start cranking out the videos a little bit more regularly, like before. Cool. I could pick you up in Southeast. I haven't been to Michigan, but cool. Stephanie, how's it going, Stephanie? Enjoy your trip and family. Yes, we're definitely having a good time, and it's nice to get away from everything for a little bit. Miss you. Thanks so much, Daniel from Texas. How's it going, Daniel? I like Texas too. I need to go back there. Let's see. I'm just going to go rapid fire through the chat room. So if you have any questions, any kind of Q&A things, it could be about the trip, it could be about the job, it could be about the next videos. Feel free to ask them in the comment section. I'm going to do this probably for around 30 minutes or so. I'm all here by myself at the rental home. So I have some gear over here. I figured we could do a little EDC check from vacation mode and maybe talk a little bit about some of the upcoming videos that I have planned. So yeah. Congrats on the new job. Yeah, thanks a bunch. Yeah, I felt it was a good career move for me to kind of go into this particular type of role and position. Again, I work in software engineering, so that's kind of what I do for my day job. YouTube is just more of a hobby and something I do. My hours of operation for YouTube are normally 12, around midnight to 3 a.m. is normally when I do a lot of my YouTube editing. And with the new job, I've just been kind of ramping up on that kind of stuff. So. Oh, wow, we got city prepping here too. Wow, that's pretty cool. City prepping, good to see you. Well, you need to schedule some time that we can visit. Hopefully we can do that pretty soon. So thanks for coming on the live stream. Cool, let's see, been missing your stuff. Thanks, I've been making them. I've actually been making a lot of videos. It just hasn't been for this channel. But I try to have a lot of different things going on. Pollyanna Peak, I haven't been there. We yesterday we went over to Todd Lake, and we went over towards the Mount Bachelor area, did some kayaking over there, and I got the new Mavic Mini drone, the drone 2, so I got to take that on and got to film the wife and kids doing some kayaking, which was pretty cool. So I got some good footage with the drone and kind of learning this for. I have the drone more for my neighborhood watch at home, but I brought it on a vacation too. So love your Costco stuff. Thank you. I need to go back to Costco. I need to stock up. Or I was looking at the pantry and it looked a little. It's not low, but it was a little lower than I like. would like. So I'm going to go back to Costco and stock up. I should probably do another top off style video for Costco. I have a bunch of different videos that they're filmed. They're all ready to go. I just need to do the editing. I need to get an editor or something that could, so I could just worry about doing the videos and then have someone else put it together for me. I need to talk to City Prepping or someone to figure out how I could do that, because right now time has been of the essence and it's been pretty hard to do everything. New job at the same company, same company, but new job, new team, and a new kind of. Obviously, I was working more an individual. Not looks like I lost the, the camera there for a little bit. Love the Mavic Mini. I had the original. Yeah, I had the original one, and then when the Mavic Mini 2 came out, I sold the other one on eBay, and then I bought the new one just so I'm up to date. Any thoughts on trying? Yeah, man, the Altoids kit. The problem I've been having with the Altoids kit is that it's been hard to source enough of a few of the materials, namely the little ratchet that's in there. It's hard to get that ratchet from Topeak in the quantity that I need, in addition to that little USB cable. And I'm trying to figure out how to best do this. I can either do small quantity, limited edition, where I just buy it on Amazon and don't really get it for wholesale. But I was trying to get it on wholesale, but it's really hard to get some of these individual items. I'm not good at this kind of stuff. I'm better, I guess, at making just general prepping videos and not at really selling things. But that's been the problem so far. Is just trying to get everything at wholesale so you could actually, so it's not like incredibly expensive for people to buy that. Let's see. So what is the channel? So I've been, I have a few different channels, the ones that I'll talk about here. So I've been really into gravestone cleaning for since 2018. And this past year, for the past few months, I've been going pretty hardcore on cleaning various gravestones in the local community. So I like doing the historic ones, and I've been focusing on, there's a lot of little kids gravestones out there that no one's really taking care of them. The kids might have passed away during the Spanish flu, or 100 plus years ago. And I like going over there and spending, sometimes it's just for 30 minutes, sometimes it's for 60 minutes, or sometimes I do a large cleaning event. But I've been cleaning the kids' gravestones in addition to other historic monuments, and I've been documenting the process and putting it up on various channels. So I started a new channel. I have 8 subscribers right now, I think. I just posted my first video on that, but I have a whole bunch of videos that are in the pipeline, because when you do the gravestone cleaning, you use a D2. I've been using D2 biological solution. It takes around 100 days for it to fully eat through all of the biological growth, and then it looks brand new. But I've been documenting a bunch of different projects that I've done over the past few months. I find it to be very relaxing to do. I like going to the gravestone, following social distancing rules, because everyone's 6 foot below me. I'm usually by myself over there and just cleaning these gravestones, and I find it to be very rewarding and very relaxing. So I've been actually working on a lot of videos for that. I just posted one for this more, on my mother's side of the family, they grew up in the town of Steilacoom in Washington, and there's a lot of historic monuments that haven't really been taken care of over the past 100 years or something. And so I've been working on that particular project, in addition to some other projects. Now kind of word of mouth is going around that, hey, Cliff cleans gravestones, and I've been contacted by, for example, from a local church that has it's a Catholic church that has some sisters' gravestones. And so I cleaned about 100 of nuns that are probably 120 years old, the gravestones, and got those all clean. I'm just waiting for the final, for the D2 to finally do its job for like around 100 days or so. Then I'm going to bring the drone out there, do the final footage for that, and then post that. But it's been, again, that's been a big reward. It's been very rewarding for me to do that. Let's see. What's your timeline for the food squeeze coming? For me, I just always assume that there's going to be a food squeeze coming, and then I'm always kind of prepared for it. So I've heard a lot of rumblings about things lately, but for me, I've just been trying to stock up just very steadily for years now, and so I don't really think about it as far as when the time's going to come. I just kind of assume at some point maybe something's going to happen. I just want to be prepared for it. So for the past year, I've been focusing more on canning meats and learning a lot from Sutton Stays, for example, from Denise and Alaska Prepper, and just stocking up on my meat supply. And so that's been a nice learning process. But I'm getting better and better at it, and I'm starting to get a little bit more organized with it too, which is good. I use a walker. Any advice for me? Yeah, years ago, back in like 2011 or 12, I did a a walker EDC video where I kind of tricked it out with some tactical type gear. It was for my wife's grandmother who has passed away a couple years ago, Honey Graham, and we did some cool stuff for that walker where we had pepper spray and air horn and some other things on there. You could probably find that video. I think it's still out there. Let's see. Any tips on getting hired as a senior software developer? Well, I guess the first step is to get hired as a junior software developer and hopefully build up the industry experience. For a lot of stuff, for getting those kind of jobs, you either have to go one of two routes. You go to a prestigious school or have prestigious experience. I didn't go to a prestigious school. I actually wanted to go major in something completely different. And at the time, I took this is kind of dating myself, but we didn't own a computer at my home. I didn't know how to use a computer. And so I took it was an introduction to computer science. I was so dumb. I assumed that it was how to use a computer course at college. And it was really the weed out course for programming. It was a Java programming course, and I didn't know how to use a computer at the time. And I totally bombed it. I failed miserably at it. And the teacher was a real jerk. I don't think he's with us anymore. But he was really hard on me and told me that I suck and never to touch computers, basically. And so I was rebellious, and I said, well, screw you, I'm going to change my major to this. And so I went over to the office and changed my major to computer science, even though I didn't know anything about computers. And I went and took the course again, did well, and then continued on and I eventually found a job as I was working part-time. And now I've been in the industry for a while now. I don't want to date myself too much, but for a few decades. So I think to become a senior software developer, it's more about the experience. And as far as getting hired as one, a lot of companies that have a tough bar if you're going to be a senior, because you're really advising every other developer in there. So you have to have a well-rounded amount of experience. If you wanted to contact me on my email, I'd be happy to take a look at your resume and see if I can give any pointers to that. Oftentimes, having a good resume is your first step into getting just the call back from the recruiting office. And then once you get there, hopefully you could get into the building to then do the interview. And then at that point, then if you get into the job, whether you're a senior or you're just a mid-level, then it's a matter of just proving yourself. So I think that's the advice that I have for that. Gave up on using wired earbuds. No, I prefer wired earbuds. I just happen to have these here because I don't have my full studio set up here, but actually they're working pretty good. But I try not to use wireless earbuds if at all possible. I prefer wired. That's good that you honor them. Thank you so much. I'm surprised. I'm just going to go down the list here. I'm surprised that Cliff is wearing wireless earbuds after all the press. This is just what I happen to have right now, so it's not a long-term thing. I have some wired ones, but I only have a few USB ports right now. And I have my previous laptop, which was a HP, totally. It's done. I think I've used and abused it for years now. It's falling apart. So I got a MacBook because I want to start doing more 4K videos. And so I got the M1 processor for it, but I don't have too many ports on there. So I either had to go with a nice camera and the wireless earbuds, which I don't want to use, or I could have used the nicer microphone with the wire and have just the onboard camera. So I went with the nicer camera, but having to use these wireless. So don't worry, this isn't going to be a habit. So this is just for this video. So hopefully I'm okay from it. So let's see. This is from Randall. Randall, my parents died from the Spanish flu. Sorry, that flu lasted 3.5 years. When I go to the cemeteries, I see a lot of people that died at around 1918. I clean a lot of it. I probably cleaned 100 1918 stones. A lot of them are little kids. It's really sad because I have kids. I have a 5-year-old and a 11-year-old, and it feels really bad that no one's really taking care of those sides. So that's why I go and do that. So, but yeah, the Spanish flu is horrible. So. Thanks for, you're very welcome. Wanted to ask how far you are from insurrection areas, if you don't mind. I try to stay away from most areas that I think might be problems. Again, I'm more of a family man, so I'm not looking for to go into areas like that. But I don't want to give up my location too much. So. Way cool that you're alive. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this is fun. Normally I'm interviewing someone else, so I'm not used to just talking all by myself. So if someone wants to hop on, I guess they can as well. Philip, how's it going? Philip? Of course, you don't have to ever say that, Philip. So you've been watching the channel, it seems like a decade now. So I feel like we should be sending annual Christmas cards to each other and all of that, this kind of thing. So yeah, of course, Philip. Great tips. Yes. Again, feel free to send me a resume if you want to. I can take a look from it, take a look at it, and see if I can give you any kind of pointers. Again, it's just getting that foot in the door. How's your wife doing? She was, yeah, my wife was having different medical problems. It's been better now where she had to go to the ER because the blood pressure was very high, like 220 or over 140 or something like that, and heart racing. They were able to bring it down, but we never were able to figure out what was going on at the time. We're still trying to. My wife has various health issues. There a long list of them. That was a pretty scary event because we didn't know what was going on. It's not, she doesn't often have blood pressure like that. So she's not, I think someone else is, she's sick. Yeah, no, she's not sick, but she does have various health conditions. So let's see. You could send it to, how about send it to the urban prepper at protonmail.com, and I'll check it out over there. So you can send it to Proton Mail, super private. So let's see. Second power outage in Michigan in a month. The best prep I've ever bought is a solar. Yeah, solar generators, or just any kind of generator, but a solar generator or a gas powered one, propane one, whatever it is. Those are like preppers, like musts. I actually want to get more of them. And a few weeks back, we had I'm sure you guys all heard about the heat wave that we were having, and that was the thing. I wasn't as worried about the heat wave as I was with the power outage. We didn't lose our power, but it would have been bad if we lost power, because that's what I'm always worried about with a lot of these emergencies. It's not necessarily the original emergency, but it's like any kind of follow-up ones that are bundled on top of the original one. So, for example, when we had a heat wave, I wasn't worried about the heat wave because I've been prepping for for a while now for those kind of things. But I was worried about a power outage. So, fortunately, that didn't happen for us. But yeah, definitely get a generator. I think that's money well spent. And there's a lot of great brands out there. City Prepping has a lot of great recommendations for solar generators. I would just listen to what City Prepping says, and I go with that one. It's going to be a good one. Let's see. When are we going to start CliffCon, where we all meet up and talk? Yeah, I think hopefully we're almost there. I don't know. It's I keep an eye on the news on when we could do that, but I'd love to do a CliffCon. We've been talking about doing that with City Prepping and with Canadian Prepper, and kind of having like a Prepper Expo, where you have Prepper Expo at different towns with like YouTube preppers. It'd be a blast to do that. So a full spectrum survival too. We're kind of talking about that. So hopefully something like that. I don't know about CliffCon, but I think a PrepperCon or something along those lines, Prepper Expo with YouTube preppers. That'd be a blast, and get to meet all the subscribers and go hang out and drink some beer, eat some pizza. I think that'd be a win. So yeah, Daniel, let's get that organized. Okay, here we go. This is from, if you could only store 3 other long-lasting foods to go with white rice stored in Mylar, what would they be? Also, what 3 vegetables would you grow? So for me, let's start with the vegetables. So I was always inspired by the movie The Martian with Matt Damon. And on that one, he survived for I don't know how many sol days, but potatoes would be one of the vegetables that I would have in there. I've really been enjoying growing tomatoes. I think they taste so good. They taste so much better than the ones I get at the grocery store. I don't know if I get the most nutrition out of it, but I would think if I had to do 3 for emergency purposes, I would probably do potatoes first. Let's see, I would want to do stuff that I think the stuff that you cook with. So like maybe like the mirepoix style ingredients. So as far as like carrots, onions, and potatoes, I think I could cook a lot of things with that. If I had some tomatoes, that's good too. But if I had to pick 3 vegetables, that's what I'd go with. And then as far as 3 other long-lasting foods to go with the white rice, I would pick. Let's see. I'm gonna go gandules. That's from if Alaska Prepper ever watches this. Gandules. It's a Puerto Rican chickpea, which is there's a lot of. It's very common in Puerto Rican cuisine. I'm half Puerto Rican, and so that would be a good one. I would just think stuff that would go well with the rice. I think that lentils would be probably the second one that I'd go with because of the protein. And let's see. Let me go for the third. I would go something for breakfast, like whole oats or something like that. So a breakfasty type item. That's a filling. Let's see. There's some political stuff. I'm going to stay away from the political things. Let's see. Yeah. How would you prepare for aliens? The peeping Tom. Yeah, I've always been scared of aliens. I used to have all the stuff that I'm scared of. I usually like scaring other people because I'm scared of them. I used to have a really good alien outfit that I would jump out of the bushes on my brothers and scare them, or we'd have like strobe lights, and I'd come out there with this alien mask and white long johns and just scare the crap out of people. How would you prepare for them? I think the same way that you prepare for other things. I mean, they're going to be more technologically advanced than you. It's kind of hard. I guess the same way that you probably prepare for zombies. I guess so. Hopefully, I don't. Hopefully, they're very friendly and they're more like ET or Flight of the Navigator or something like that, where they want to help us. But I don't know. I would say prepare for aliens the same way that you prepare for zombies, and hopefully, we don't have to do that. Let's see. This is from Mark. When you said you have an 11-year-old, it made me realize how long I've been. What? Yeah, it's really. My son has been. He's grown up with YouTube. He's grown up just knowing that there's a camera, knowing that daddy's talking or editing a video or have some crazy type of project. And the really cool, and Mark, I appreciate you following me for that long. One of the things about YouTube that I really like, besides watching my weight fluctuate, is you really have you have timestamps of your kids live, and you get to kind of watch them grow up and kind of reminisce on cool adventures. I've always tried to make this channel a family friendly channel and have my kids involved in it. I know some people don't want to have their kids on the internet. For me, they're part of the cast of the channel, and I like having them involved, and they like rewatching the videos that they were in and the fun stuff that we did. And hopefully, 20 years from now, they'll be able to reminisce on some of those things too. And maybe a kid prepper at that point will have taken over the channel, and I'll just be the old fogey that that started it, maybe the founder. And it's Mark, thank you so much for the long-term support. Floppy disk. Yeah, I remember floppy disks. I used to work at Intel, and I remember having the floppy disks and the zip drives, and I remember when the USB thumb drives were like, I don't know, 200 meg type ones. It was a long time ago. Again, dating myself there. I don't want to do that too much. Oh man, so many comments coming in. I'm going to try my best to go through them. Let me go rapid fire. Let's see. Cliff, if you ever at supporting managing teams, yeah, Daniel, I need to talk. I need some advice. So let's see, Jackery Explorer. Yeah, that's the one. The Explorer is a great one. I've actually been doing some research. Have a video coming out hopefully next month on. I've been into overlanding. So a while back, I had a guest on where we were talking about kind of overlanding, and I've been slowly trying to research it because I think that overlanding goes really well with preparedness, and I want to see like if I could do, I don't know if I should call it prepper landing or something, because I don't want to overland, but I want to take a lot of the concepts that they use for going out into roughing it a little bit and applying it with more of a prepper mindset. So maybe I'll call it prepper landing, unless someone already has that name. So someone has the Jackery. Yeah, the Jackery is awesome. I think it's a really cool one, and it seems to be fairly affordable compared to other ones too. Love your videos. Just came across them last month. Thank you so much, Mikey. Thank you for binge watching the videos. I really appreciate it. Okay, awesome. We have fine. Okay, we could officially start the live stream now. We have fine Amy Fresh here. So again, Amy, thank you so much for the support of the channel. This is from YouTuber, a huge fan of the channel. Learned a lot over the years. My other half and bank account are fans as much as C. That's funny. I have a lot of spouses that I don't think they care for hearing my voice. I know that I remember Nut and Fancy talking about that, something similar to where when someone's significant other heard Nut and Fancy talking, they're like, oh man, my husband's going to go buy another knife or something like that, or a multi-tool or a fanny pack. By the way, I've been rocking the fanny pack while I'm on vacation. To talk about that more, and I need to do a formal apology to Nut and Fancy because I was always smack talking the fanny pack, but now I'm using a fanny pack all the time. So go figure. But yeah, thanks a bunch for the support. Let's see, this is from Morgan Davis. Eastern Oregon, have loved and seen on your channel. Thank you so much, Morgan. I'm glad that you like the videos. I try to keep them fairly grounded. I try to have fun with them because prepping is can be kind of a depressing topic where a lot of people, they're making their videos and they're not really smiling because we're talking about very serious topics. But I try to make it more family friendly and have it fun, and hopefully last. I try not to do stuff too much in the moment on stuff that's going on for current events, although it'd probably be better if I did because people are interested in current events. But I've always wanted to kind of keep it more inviting to new people that might want to start getting into prepping, and then kind of treat it as the 101 course for college. And then they could branch out into whatever area of prepping that they want to gravitate towards. Some people go towards military, some people go to the food storage, some people go into hand radio, some people go into the medical stuff, and I hopefully I'm kind of like the gateway drug of prepping, I guess. I'm backlogged on the message. Yeah, the Martian is awesome, and potatoes is what you want. So let's see. How do you determine priority on which questions to answer? Right now, I'm just going down the list. So there's no priority, although sometimes when people do the super chats, that helps it. Right, I can see it right away. But right now, I'm just going down the list, Chris. So hopefully I could answer as many of them as I can. Let's see. Would be nice, just like the party. Yeah, that was a fun one. When we did that party at we did it at Rock Pasta over in Federal Way and got to meet a lot of people. That was that was a lot of fun. We need to do something like that again. Unfortunately, COVID kind of messed up some of those things because I wanted to do that for the 200K milestone. Maybe if I can make it to 250, maybe we could do something live. That would be a blast. The hardest part will be come with protein. Yeah, if you're protein is going to be tough. That's why I thought that the lentils would be good for that. Let's see. I love potatoes because you could do a lot of different things with potatoes. Moldy Soldier, what up, brother? How's it going? I love that name, by the way. Let's see. There's some random stuff. I'm going to skip the political ones. Yeah, the laminated prepper sheets on eBay. Right now I was having trouble accessing the print shop that I was using for those, both the print shop and the lamination shop due to COVID. And so I think they're back open now, and I think I could reprint those for people that want to have those, and I'll put them back on eBay. I've been just sold out of them right now. Let's see. Okay, I'm backlogged. I'm going to try my best to get through these. Let's see. I just got a refresh of all the various chats that are coming. Okay, let me see if I can do this. Looking forward to coming back to Northern California. Hopefully next time that'd be fun to. I haven't been to California since all of the COVID stuff happened, but I'd like to go back there. Hello from Puerto Rico, Hector. Good to see from you. Good to hear from you, Hector. My family from my dad's side is from Puerto Rico, and so, but I probably don't look as Puerto Rican or talk as Puerto Rican, but I grew up with a Puerto Rican family from my father's side and love all the cuisine. What's your current EDC bet? Brad, I'm glad you asked that. That's might want to be one of the next videos that I'm going to have come out, because as things are starting to open up a little bit, probably be going to the office a little bit more. I've been working from home for most of the time. My previous EDC backpack, the version 4.0, was a Vertex Gamut 2.0. It's a little on the large side, so I've actually slimmed down my EDC bag. I have it right here. This is what I brought with me on vacation. It's another Vertex. This is the Vertex Tourist, and I have a smaller laptop now. I have a MacBook, a 13-inch MacBook. It could fit in the back panel of this one, and I just have kind of the bare essentials now for my EDC bag. There's some stuff that for like medical stuff, I want to make sure that I have that, some illumination, but a lot of it's cables and smaller tools like you see here for this. So, but I've been really happy with it. It's super portable, it's lightweight, and it's very easy to carry. I could store it under my desk or anything like that. I do have the ballistic panel in there, just in case I need to go shield mode, because working in Seattle, you never know. But that's been my EDC bag, and I'm working on a video for that, so expect that to come soon. And yes, there will be a PDF for that. Let's see. Any preps for toddlers? Basics? Yeah. I think like the ones for toddlers, like I think it's a lot of the similar stuff that you would have, like if you're talking about the bug out bag. You're not going to set up like a cooking module. You're not going to set up a medical kit. Like you're going to have slightly different kits, I think, or modules for it. I think that having a toddler first aid module is going to be very important. Having the clothing and putting a greater emphasis towards entertainment and morale type items for toddler type kits. Also, toddlers are going to probably have different food choices than what you would have. They're going to, if you're bugging out, for example, you're probably going to have the stove, and they'll probably have some food that they would like to have, like mac and cheese, for example. Maybe you'll have something different. So I would just probably customize it and gravitate more towards items of comfort for toddler kids. Let's see. Have you tried any homemade cookie that includes freeze-dried? Yeah, I'm always testing different freeze-dried meals. My kids, they like filming those as well, and we have some that we're going to be doing with nutrient survival is the one that we have coming up next. We've been doing different cooking with that. Yeah, when Kid Prepper was a baby, baby Prepper. I miss those days, but he's been fun now too. We have a cool relationship with each other, so it's just awesome being a dad. And if you're interested in being a father or a parent, you should definitely do it, because it's a blast. So make sure you have a good partner with you, because I think it's a two-person effort. So let's see. Overlanding and prepping. Yep, been pretty inspired by the Overlanders and what they do, and I think that I'm thinking of calling it Prepperlanding. We'll see. Have you done a tech bag loadout video? Not really, although this is pretty, the bag that I have here, again, it's pretty tech focused. It's for going to the office and having stuff for that. So it's not as much of like tactical type things. So is Sunriver still a nice area? I don't go to the resort at Sunriver, although I've been to there. We usually get a rental home right now. What I'm in here right now is a rental home, and it's awesome. We love it down here. It's really cool. It's always nice weather. Going on all the different things you can do outdoors. It's really cool. Let's see. This is a boondocking minimalist for overlanding. You have to look into boondocking a little bit more. Thanks, Jose, for the recommendation. Need a good fanny pack for hiking and EDC. So I've been really liking the VanQuest fanny pack. This is the small one. They have a larger one as well. It's super durable. It doesn't look as dorky as like the 1980s style fanny packs that you would see at Disneyland, for example. I've been using this one for months now, and I really like it. For fanny packs, you don't always have to have it on your waist. You could. I sometimes wear it as a sling almost. It's super durable. It's like all the VanQuest products are. And I've been really enjoying it. Again, I'm sorry, nothing fancy for making fun of fanny packs for the years, because now I've been using them a lot. So again, I apologize, nothing fancy. Sorry about that. Let's see. So I figured there's some stuff like COVID stuff and lockdowns. I'll probably skip those ones because I figured there's a lot of other channels that are talking about it. Let's see. How much of the prepping budget is used to buy physical silver? I've been for the past, I was really into silver for a while, especially when I first started the channel. When silver was getting up close to $50, I sold basically all my silver. I've been getting back into it, and every month I buy around, I don't know, $100 to $150 of silver, just kind of chipping away at it every month. If I have a little extra spending money, I'll go and buy some extra. I like having physical coins, and I'll usually mix and match between Maple Leafs and American Eagles and the Buffalo coins as well. I usually like those ones. So I have those mailed to me. So I go from American Precious Metals is where I order that monthly. So let's see. Again, man, so thanks everyone for watching this live stream. This is very, very cool. I didn't know if anyone was going to be watching, so I'm happy to talk with all of you. Prep items should be a big raft or boat. Yeah, lots of. Yeah, actually, I just went a few weeks ago. My wife's aunt and uncle have a boat, and they sold their home and they live on a boat now, and they have a few different docks that they go to. They kind of have more of a preparedness mindset, and I could see a lot of benefits for having like a bug out boat, or just a boat in general for emergency purposes. It seems like it would, while it would have its own set of problems, it could help resolve some problems too, especially things going on land. But maybe you have to worry about pirates or something like that. But I like the idea of having boats for not only for flooding, but for various events that could happen on land. If you're on water, you wouldn't be as impacted. And if you could last out there for a while with enough supplies, it seems like a really good idea. If I had more money, I'd like to have a bug out boat. I think that'd be awesome. It'd be an awesome video too. Cliff the gateway prepper. Yes, the kind of like a gateway drugs for prepper. Hopefully I bring in people into preparedness and don't scare them off right off the bat, because it can be a scary topic. So. In light of past civil unrest in your area, have you considered moving to more rural area? Yeah, my wife and I always talk about that. So I think someone asked on Twitter if you could start a homestead somewhere, where you start. We really like the Wyoming area. Whenever we visit Yellowstone, for example, we just have a blast there. The kids love it. I like that kind of area. Right now, I'm trying to make as much money as I can with my day job, which is kind of in urban areas. Hopefully, if I did move out to a rural area, hopefully I wouldn't have to change my channel name. Maybe I'd have to, but yeah, we've definitely thought about it. I think the way to do it is probably to go for more of having your vacation home and just going more and more to the vacation home, and then maybe eventually you'll just get away from the urban environment and just be all at the vacation home. But yeah, it's definitely something of concern. And I think maybe at some point we'll do that, and maybe you'll see my channel change from the urban prepper to the rural prepper. We'll see. Let's see. That's a good question. I think being a well-rounded prepper. Yeah, I agree. I think I like having friends that are very focused on different aspects, whether the comms friends or the medical friends or the tactical friends. But I try to be well-rounded with all the stuff that I do for preparedness, because I think a lot of emergency events, like if you're prepared for zombies, I'm not prepping for zombies, but I think if you are prepared for zombies and have a well-rounded set of supplies, you're probably prepared for other things like a heat wave or flooding or earthquake or whatever it is. And so whatever it takes to inspire you, I think is the way to go. Let's see. What choice of liquor as well? What what you beer? What's okay? What's my beer of choice or liquor? I'm going to say I like bourbon and beer. I like IPAs and I like nice bourbons. My go-to is probably Bullet bourbon. I also drink Makers and I like Basil Hayden. Uh, let's see what's some other ones. Anything that's like more than a $30 bottle of bourbon is I'm usually probably going to be a fan of it, and I like it because it feels like I'm drinking like a historic drink, in an American historic drink. I feel like when I have a glass of bourbon with dinner or something like that, I feel like they were drinking those 150 years ago, so it's kind of a cool feeling. So Vince, hi from Oregon. Oh yeah, I'm in Oregon right now, and I love the Central Oregon area. Is YouTube your main money making job? No, YouTube is a part-time job. That's why I'm not you don't see as many regular videos from me like the daily ones. If it was my full-time job, I'd do daily videos probably, or at least 5 videos a week. It's more of a hobby project for me, and I never really started the channel to make money. I started it to talk to people like you and to get advice from people and show the stuff that I was working on and make refinements to my prepping kits. Over the years, it built a decent following, and it's allowed me to meet a lot of different people and talk with vendors and help create new products and stuff like that. But it's not my main money making job. Maybe someday, although I don't think I ever want it to be. I feel like if I was the urban prepper and I was just a YouTuber that was at home making videos, it kind of takes away from being the urban prepper. I feel because of the name, I kind of have to be out there in the urban environment working, or else how would I really know like what the urban prepper, like what that kind of mentality is? So for me, I feel like I should always be working if at all possible, and not using YouTube as my sole source of income. And I think that also when it becomes my job, then it probably takes away from a little bit of the joy of it than what it is right now. For right now, I feel very free that I could really do a video on whatever kind of prepping topic that I want, and I'm not doing it for money or for views. I'm doing it because that's what I want to do, and because I'm inspired by whatever that topic is. And so I don't think I'd ever want it to be my full-time job, unless I don't know if they start paying me a few $1 million a year, then we're talking something different. So, but yeah, right now I wouldn't be able to support my family on it at all. So I just bought a fanny pack. Yeah, the fanny packs I've been really liking them. Let's see. It feels weird when I see families wasting their money. Yeah, I don't know. You got to keep the kids. They might still be buying food and stuff too, but got to keep the kids kind of shielded from a lot of the scary stuff out there in the world. So maybe they are spending money, wasting money at the trampoline park, but maybe they're doing that in addition to doing food, to storing food. I take my kids to the trampoline park and I store food. So, but yeah, I think it's important to kind of keep your kids shielded from a lot of this stuff that you see on the news, because it can be scary and make you worried about a lot of stuff. What is this? Okay, talking about the Martian. I'm going to try to catch up on a lot of these messages. I know I'm backlogged. I'm about 15 minutes behind of where we are as far as when the comments came in. What's the biggest issue for the fall? I could see other type of shortages happening for panic buying. I don't think preppers panic buy. We've been buying toilet paper for years ago. We weren't the ones doing the panic buying. Other people were. But I could see something like that happening. We've been trying to. I think just a lot of stuff has been hard to get, probably due to truck driver availability and staffing places that they have the product, they just can't get it out. So I could see more of those kind of shortages happening. But again, I just always am assuming that something's going to happen. I try not to change my plans based off of whatever's currently going on. So if that makes sense. Staying physically active, best prepping you can do. Yeah, we're having a lot of hiking. I need to get a little bit better with my physical activity, but we're doing some of that right now. So let's see. Why would a prepper like you live in Seattle? Well, I lived in like in the greater Seattle area before I was a prepper, and my family's all from this area, and so I don't want to leave my family, and my place of work is also in this area. So for me, I'm also the urban prepper, so I can't be the urban prepper and live in I don't know, the Tri Cities or something like that. I have to, it goes with the name. But for me, it's kind of just where I grew up. And actually, you'd be surprised there's a lot of preppers that are. There's a lot of preppers out there, even in downtown, that you would not expect to be a prepper. They look like they're a city person or that they are not into preparedness, but they're closet preppers. And it's pretty, actually, you'd be surprised on how many preppers there are out there in an urban environment in Seattle or in Portland or wherever. They're all over the place. And I think that you can make a lot of change in some of these larger areas too. But for me, it's mainly because of employment. So great to see you live streaming. Yeah, it's been, have you got any interest? No, I don't have any guests lined up for future live streams. I think I'm going to be coming on Magic Preppers live stream next month. I don't have anyone's here. Let me know who you want to get. I'm going to be bringing back some of the previous guests, and I've been totally open for talking to people, just asking guests, hey, do you want to come on the live stream? And if they say no, they say no. But if they say yes, then it's going to be fun. So let me know who you'd want to see. Let's see. This is from Chile. I have a lot of Chilean coworkers, by the way. There's a lot of great software engineers from Chile. Love your channel. Got into prepping after the big. Yeah, that's. I know that in Chile they're really prepared for a lot more prepared for earthquakes than we are over here. A lot from what my coworkers have told me, that they have a lot of concrete structures and the home dwellings are really built for earthquakes. At least for the ones that I've talked with. So yeah, thanks for watching. By the way. What is the most convenient stove for an urban backpack? Now, the stoves I've been wanting to make a video on this because I feel I see the importance with them, but oftentimes for like if we're talking a 72-hour backpack, do we really need to have a jet boil or something like that in there, or could we survive for 72 hours with stuff that you don't have to cook? It gives you more space, more lightweight. You don't have to worry about fuel as much. So I kind of think for an urban backpack, see, for an urban backpack, if you're saying like a bug out bag for 72 hours, maybe not even going with a stove, or if you do, just go with a small alcohol stove, like a penny can stove style one. I have the solo stove in mine, which is more of a wood burning one, but I think I'm actually going to be taking it out because I'm trying to move a lot of my emergency food that's in those kind of emergency kits, the stuff that I don't have to prepare as much. I think in like an emergency situation, I don't know if I want to be spending time like, okay, I got to get the solo stove out. Let me go find some pine cones and twigs and stuff and build a fire really quick. I think I just want to eat some kind of bar or something and get on the move because something, I have to move fast. So for me, that's probably what I'd say right now. Are condoms they're good for prepping? Yeah, I think they can be good for bartering purposes. And I know a lot of people. I don't know a lot of people, but I know that they can be used for transporting water. So you could do that as well. Uh, Tips on prepping as a young adult when your family doesn't. Yeah, I get this comment a lot, Des. Or this question a lot. I think just kind of sticking with stuff that's more grounded. Don't say, hey, I want to prep for something that's too extreme. I would just try to do it more for start with the food and water and just see if you could go grocery shopping with your parents, for example, and just getting an extra can of something, an extra bottle of something, and then having your little stash and just being able to grow it, expand it out. If you could do that and you could show that you're prepared for that, oftentimes you could just keep doing that with all the other type of categories. So for medical stuff, do the same thing for water. And at some point, some kind of emergency is going to happen. You're going to be the one to save the day. And then once you start building up a reputation that you're the one that's going to have something that they need during that minor emergency, they're going to start depending on you for more larger emergencies as well. So I would start with stuff that's super practical, that it's not going to say, hey, I want to get into prepping. I need a bunch of machetes or something like that. Don't start off that. Start off with stuff that's more grounded, and eventually you'll win people over, especially when you're the one, like if someone gets a cut and you're the one that has you start getting the reputation that you're the one that has the band-aid, they're going to be more welcoming of the whole preparedness thing. So that'd be my advice for you. Let's see. Okay, midnight. So yeah, please go to bed. It's too late, but yeah, thank you so much for watching this live stream. So, oh man, I'm so backlogged on the comments. I'm going to try my best to catch up a little bit here. Again, wow. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go through as best I can. Let's see. The supply chain. I'm definitely working on. Have you tested a good sleeping pad? I really like sleeping on cots. I have a lightweight cot that I use, and I also use some of the foam ones. To be honest, I could sleep on hardwood floors. I could sleep right now. I'm always tired and sleepy. But I think that we like having like some of the lightweight cots. The inflatable ones, I always seem they don't seem to work as well for me. Let's see. Have a great show today. Thank you. Thank you so much, Hector. I again appreciate you've been watching the channel for a long time. I really appreciate your support, Hector. And it's good to know another a Boricua too, so a fellow Puerto Rican. So have a boat and let's see. This is from Mary. Have a boat and love it. Use it for prepping for canning fish. Yeah, I think have a prepper boat is like awesome. Actually, there's a lot of like prepper. I just kind of thought about it now. There's a lot of prepper communities. It's all about forming a community. Maybe having something more along the lines of a prepper community boat where you could have a few different families there. That might be something to look into. So Wyoming Rose, yeah, if we were to have our ideal spot to move out of the city, we'd probably go to Wyoming. We like going over there and visiting. So. The year-round living is very rough. Yeah, we've only been there on the nice time. So let's see. But that's good to know. Have you stopped by TSA with a Leatherman style PS going on vacation? I've never been stopped, but it's been a while since I last tested it. I think I last tested it in around 2016. I haven't flown since all the COVID stuff is going on, so I haven't been on a plane as recently to test it out. But usually they just scope it out and then they'll let it go. But oftentimes now I just kind of check anything that I think is going to slow me down through TSA because I'm usually in a hurry. So then I'll probably just check those EDC style tools. Let's see. They're talking about people talking about the cell phone coverage in Wyoming. That's good to know. I didn't know that about there. Living in Eastern Washington and knowing the heat wave. Have you prepped for the heat? Yeah, we did just fine on the heat wave. We've been prepping, and so I think with heat wave, a lot of the stuff that I had for the heat wave is the same stuff that have for other emergencies. Like we sealed off all the windows basically with like aluminum style foil on there. We sealed off rooms had air conditioning in one room and used a lot of the kind of the tarps to seal off the rooms to keep that one cold. And we have a basement. It's actually the basement, even though it was 108 degrees outside, the basement was fairly cool. And for those that are just starting with prepping and prepping for heat waves, oftentimes you're not going to find the air conditioner at the store because everyone's going to buy those out. But you can find, if you have a basement, having a dehumidifier and sealing off a room with a dehumidifier in there will help keep it cool. We have one, and they work really great. And we mainly use it for helping not build up moisture in there. But during the heat wave, a dehumidifier, it's less power to run it. You'd probably be able to find it even during a heat wave versus an air conditioner, and it's kind of the way to go. So we did just fine during the heat wave. I was going to film some videos, but we went and did some outdoor activities, and we went to a campground that had a freshwater stream with a lot of shade, and we just kind of hung out there and did a picnic. It was a lot of fun. So I wasn't doing videos during the time. So, let's see. Just going through the comments. Prepping channels are the best thing. It's great to see how many prepping channels there are now, and they're all doing awesome stuff. Like when I first started, there's only a few of us that were really doing stuff. There's been a lot of channels that have come and gone. There's a few that have lasted a long time. It's just great to see the quality of prepping channels like kind of grow with the quality of other channels where just to see the City Prepping and Canadian Prepper and everyone else, like the editing that they're doing, the camera quality, the narratives, the growing businesses, and it's just really cool to see just how far prepping channels have come on YouTube. I feel like I'm kind of more of a relic of YouTube past because I don't know, I don't have a 4K camera, I don't have a crew or anything like that, or I'm not that good at, as you guys know, I'm not that good at selling Altoids kits because the whole business part is hard for me. But I do like making prepping videos, and I like talking to people and getting ideas with off the ground ideas, and hopefully inspiring other people for preparedness. I feel like that's my job in the preparedness community is to do those kind of things. So, yeah, it's already been 48 minutes. I was originally planning on doing a 30-minute live stream, but let's keep going. Let's see, cool, sharp. Where are from? I don't know what that is. Plenty of truck. Okay, so, my brother-in-law is a truck driver, and I've heard of some problems there. But it'd be cool to talk some more about that. So let's see. Smash that thumbs up, y'all. Yeah. If you like this live stream, if you like prepping channels, if you like watching my stuff, please smash the like button. That always helps out. How do you store water in urban setting? I prefer going with 5-gallon water jugs. While we do have like the 55-gallon, they're not really portable. They're super heavy to move. I don't like usually the water cubes that you get, even though they're more practical to stack up. I just want to have more of a rotation of stuff that we actually use. We use the 5-gallon water jugs in a water dispenser, and so we just can constantly keep it rotated. So that's what we do. So. Actually, in Washington, water is not as big of an issue as it would be like in Arizona, for example, or Southern California. We have a lot of rain here, and there's a lot of water, and so it's it's more ways of filtering water, purifying waters. But us personally, we do the 5-gallon water jugs. Whereabouts are you sharp? I'm not sure what that is. Bob, let me know if I probably misinterpreted what that is. Let's see. I find it difficult to spread the word of self-reliance. How can individuals spread the word without looking like loony? I think just don't try to spread it. Just be an just do your thing. If people ask you about it, people get inspired. You don't have to go and kind of preach to them about prepping. I think if they like the stuff, people will notice the stuff that you're doing when you're there. When you start getting the reputation that you're the person that's going to have something during a time of need, they're going to come to you, and just to kind of live that model, and don't be, I try to, don't be fake about it either. I don't, everything that I present on YouTube, I try to be pretty real with what we have, and what we don't have, and I'm not trying to be a prepper commando or anything like that, or trying to convert people verbally. I think just doing, living your life and as normal and being real, and people will come to you, I think. So I think that's probably the way. That's the way I do it, at least. Any tricks to deter mice? I don't know about deterring mice, but I know how to kill them, though. That's we had some rat war battles. The best way that I found for catching mice is people were talking about the peanut butter. The peanut butter doesn't work for us. What we do is what I do is I do half cooked bacon, because everyone likes bacon, and I wrap it with wireframe, picture wireframe from the back, and wrap it on there so that the mice have to yank at it to really get it off, and it gets them every time. So whenever we've had a rodent problem, that's my method of getting rid of them, is rat traps with picture wireframe and half cooked bacon, and it gets them every time. So that's my prepper tip for that. Get Alaska Prep. Yeah, I've been. It'd be fun to get a lot. It's been a while since Alaska Prepper came on. That's a good idea. I'll have to get them going. So, +1 for Alaska. Yeah, I think. Okay, I'll talk to Alaska Prepper. We'll get it out there. Oh man, I just got a big update of all the messages coming in. Okay, let me see if I can do rapid fire. Oh wow. Okay. Sorry, just kind of backlogged here. Okay, here we go. Thoughts on spices, kinds of nuts. I did a video on top 10 prepper spices that I would just refer to. Just look on my channel for that. I think I did it probably a little less than a year ago on prepper spices. So those are the ones I would recommend. Let's see. Single woman in apartment. I would just prep normally and well-rounded, and probably do some security type stuff too. Best advice to get out of places. Yeah, if you could find a way of working remotely, that's probably the way of doing it. So, yeah. Let's see. Top, almost missed you. So sorry, I missed all the yeah. I'm glad that you came on, Pony Girl. Good to see you. Yeah, so we're just doing an impromptu live stream. Oh, Prepping Penguin, good to see you. Yeah, thanks a bunch. I got your message on my text message. I got to get back with you on that. But yeah, it's good to be here talking. Yes, I am alive. That's true. I'm from Tacoma. First time seeing your channel, and I recommend just started seriously taking some stuff together in the past year. Hubby is also now on board. That's awesome. Yeah, when you have, if you're a two-person team, it's good to have the other person on board for it. So, sorry, my eye's starting to water. I'm getting so sad talking about prepping. But let's see. People saying hi here. Mylar, the south fence. Yeah, we're talking about for heat wave, the mylar, just getting a lot of mylar blankets and taping those up is works wonders for that heat wave. Will not allow any. So if they used to, if it's changed now, I can understand that. So that again, I try to check most of my things now. Not just not a relic, just real. Thank you so much. I feel like I'm an old school YouTube prepper relic that's kind of dated, and I don't have the fancy camera, and I don't have a lot of the I don't have a team or anything helping me. It's just a solo operation. But yeah, thank you so much. Drop a like. Sorry. What happened, Chad? I don't know. Chad, what happened? I don't know. I've been watching your channel for years. The color coded spreadsheets drew me in. I'm also yeah. I never knew back when I started those color coding things that people would still be using them. So it's been sorry for wiping my eyes. But yeah, thank you for the support, and it's great to meet other tech preppers. So whatever happened to dynamic? I don't. I forget. I don't know. There's been a lot of preppers that have come and gone, and a lot of great ones. I wish they were still around. Not a whole bunch of changes for my EDC, except that I've been using a fanny pack. I was talking about it earlier. At least I'm on vacation right now, and just having all my little modules in here has been working really great for going on vacation. So, but not any really major changes. I kind of mix and match which pocket knife, for example, I use, but nothing too major. Take the abundance now, store it away. Yeah, I'm just trying to work and make money and do what I can. So what happened? I remember Salt and Pepper. Yeah, that's a. I don't know what happened. Yeah, another cool channel from the past. This is COVID test Delta variant. I'm just trying to be. Again, I try not to change things too much on like what's going on in the immediate. I think just try to be safe and apply a lot of the pandemic preparedness type stuff for a lot of these kind of things. Advice for a single woman in an apartment. I would, if you're in an apartment, you're a single woman, I'd be worried about security personally, because I'd be worried about a single guy in an apartment too. But a single woman, I would try to take inspiration from, I think over like in Tokyo, for example, they live in smaller quarters. I don't know how large your apartment is, but I think it would be good to kind of look at. They have a very good modular approach in Tokyo for organizing supplies because they don't have a lot of space over there. So I would try to go with more of a modularized storage organization scheme. Look at some of the stuff what they're doing over in Japan and Tokyo for organization methods in an apartment, and then also security. So camera system, alarm system, stuff on the windows, motion sensors, you name it. I think having I don't know if your apartment allows having dogs. I used to think it's a good idea to have, even if you don't have a dog, have a large speaker that has a dog sound effect on it. And if you need to have a barking pit bull going through a speaker, that probably make people think twice about entering your apartment. So something simple, stuff like that. So again, I would focus a lot on security, surveillance, and those kind of things. Extra locks. If you, I don't know if you're able to change the screws on the door frames, but going with the 3-inch screws if you can. Stuff like that for security. That's what I would recommend, Jenny. Let's see. Okay, this is okay. I didn't know what we were talking about here. You could soften a gummy bear by warming it. I think okay, that's for the rat traps. I've never tried the gummy bears. Oh my gosh, I got a super chat. Let me go answer this one. This is from Amy Fresh. Let me see. I can't press that on. Okay, Amy Fresh. Thank you so much for the super chat. That's awesome. Grow a garden, share your product. Yeah, I've been having a great time with our neighbors, just kind of collaborating with them, and the whole gardening thing is a bit great for conversations. There's some of our neighbors that we have some neighbors that are really good at tomatoes and onions, and we have another neighbors that they have eggs and they have apples, and we do some other things. And so it's kind of great to, and we don't want to eat sometimes you have an abundance of certain produce, so you could always trade with neighbors, and doing that now during fairly normal times could help out in the future during like a real emergency. So establishing those relationships with your neighbors is great. Yeah, Dan, that's a great idea. A video idea for prepping for the hybrid work environment. I think, yeah, one of the silver linings from COVID is that everyone working from home, I think they've really grown an appreciation for being closer to home, finding professions that you can do at home because you're closer with your family, you're able to eat dinner at a normal time, you're able to take your kids to school. And that's really important versus me commuting to work and stuck in traffic. That's like hours that you don't really get back. So yeah, totally. Jeremy, good. Yeah, thanks so much, Jeremy. I'm here. I have a lot of videos. I just need to finish editing them. So I haven't tried mint, Chris, for the rats. Again, the bacon's been working for me all the time, so I haven't needed to try anything different actually. So thank you so much, Amy, for the super chat. Okay, I'm gonna go for a little bit. My voice is starting to get. I'm not used to talking this much, I guess. So let me see if I could catch up for some of these. Do you ever grid down, test at home for a weekend or week of your supplies and skills? Not a total grid down because we don't want to. We try to have the kids' lives feel fairly normal. A lot of the testing that we do we have to kind of mask it in a way that's more fun, or like doing a bug out but making it a camping trip. That we did one of those fairly recently. So I think trying to, when I do kind of testing, I have to kind of mask it in something that's a family thing that we're doing that doesn't feel like we're rehearsing, doing a dry run for something scary. So um, that's what I would do. So best prep. Well, thank you so much. I don't know if I'm the best prepper on YouTube, but hopefully people like my stuff and like my style of it. So, but thank you, Carla. Good advice and prices. That yeah, very welcome. Tactical Temptress. We just saw Tactical Temptress the other day. She's been working from home a lot and just been very busy. We're working on a video actually together. We're going to be doing one on emergency fire, the fire escape ladders. That was something that we were starting to, and then it just kind of got thrown off through all of the lockdown stuff. So it still feels good. Yeah, cue the music. Yeah, it feels good to be a prepper. That's true. National Preparedness Month is coming up. Any previews? Yeah, I'm going to be a part of the collaboration that I did last year with Sutton's Days and with Prepper Potpourri. There's a lot of other YouTube channels. I'm going to be doing a couple of videos for that. I'll probably do one on organization, and I'll do something on something else. I'm not sure yet what that other one is going to be, but yeah, I think it's cool that the prepper channels are kind of collaborating in September for National Preparedness Month, and it's just a good way of introducing new people to prep for preparedness. So. Let's see. Appreciate your urban perspective on prepping and organization. Good information is timeless. Thanks for your thanks. Yeah, thanks a bunch. I really appreciate it. Sometimes when you're doing these videos, like right now, by myself, it's kind of a lonely profession to be a YouTuber in preparedness, because oftentimes you're by yourself. Most people don't want to talk to you in your normal everyday lives about Mylar bags or about what Velcro is the best for fanny packs or night. And so talking with you it's always fun, but it's still, I'm talking to a camera. It's not real people. And just hearing that people appreciate the stuff that you're doing helps keep you motivated to continue doing it. And I've been doing it for over a decade now. So hearing stuff like that, it really helps keep you motivated. So thank you. So yeah. Oh, the doorstop alarm. Yeah, that's goes off when someone tries. I did a video on my motel go bag. I think when we were talking about for single women in an apartment, look at that particular video, because I have a lot of security stuff for doors. I think that would probably be good for you. Best prepper on YouTube, answer this guy. Thank you so much. I don't know if that's true, but I appreciate the support. Fire extinguisher, good smoke alarms, yeah. Grid down environment. I don't trust, when I'm in a building, I don't trust whatever smoke detector they have or carbon monoxide detector. I want to have my own because I know it's going to be good. Is fish biotic? Yeah, I think it is. I know that Canadian Prepper has some good ones on his site, but you talk to some other people, like the Mountain RN, for example. We've talked a lot about fish biotics, and he kind of, because they talk about, oh, it's the same thing, and he kind of looks at it in the same way. It's like, yeah, would you, if you buy cat food, it has chicken in it. Would you eat the cat food? Like, because it's chicken, it's the same thing. No, because so I know we've had different discussions on that. But I have some. I'd like to have more, but I do have some. Actually, we have some other like human grade kinds as well for antibiotics. Yeah, Alaska Prepper was. I know he does a Sunday live stream. He's been doing it for years now. Great channel, great live stream. Alaskan Preppers live streams, I believe, are Sundays around noon or 1, and then he also does one on Wednesday evenings. He's great on the live streams and taking these real-time comments. Man, so many people are watching, so thank you so much for watching this impromptu live stream where it's just me talking. Hopefully you don't mind just hearing from me. Let's see. Is the whole neighborhood prepping since you've moved there, or are they not even aware? It's been really crazy, actually. I'm finding more and more people that are into prepping that are closet preppers in my neighborhood. There's one of my neighbors, I don't know if he's watching. Uh, we He said, "Hey, can I ask you a question? Are you the urban prepper?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." And oh, I've been watching your channel for years, and it's and so we've been talking. It's been pretty cool. And actually, there's some neighbors that aren't into it, but we're meeting a lot of the ones that are. They might not be preppers, but they're prepper adjacent, is what I call them, where they have some kind of thing that's very similar to preparedness mindset. And so, I think it's good to know your neighbors and to make good relationships with all of them. So, right now we're on really great terms with all of our neighbors, and we do different bartering and trading. I buy certain ones gifts for Christmas, and I think it's good to be a good neighbor because your neighbors have they're watching your back for you. So, and we watch theirs. Prepping for a tsunami by the ocean. Good idea. Yeah, I mean, I'd be scared to live by the ocean, but if I did, I'd definitely be prepared. I'd try to be prepared for it. I know that there's a company in Seattle that has kind of a tsunami survival sphere kind of thing that you would go into. That's something you might want to look into if you are by the ocean. I'd always be worried about that, me personally. I'm already worried about flooding. Yes, fire blankets are great to have. Bear bell, yeah, that's great. Great one too. Do you only stock for you and your family likes to eat, or do you stock for others that you don't normally? I try to stick with what we eat. There, I do have like sardines, for example, and I don't necessarily like eating sardines, but I know others that do. And so there are some things that we stock that aren't necessarily for us. Audio is as bad as 90% of your videos and content. Okay. Sorry, I'm using a different headset for this one, so I'm sorry if the audio is not as good. I'm on vacation, so let's see. Best real life prepping. Okay, hopefully you guys can still hear me. Okay, now I'm worried that my audio is not sounding good. Again, I'm using these ear pods. I don't normally use them. Are people you know coming to you and asking for prepping questions covertly ever? Yes, all the time. At work, at school, at day-to-day lives. I get recognized a lot because I have a pretty recognizable look. There's the hat and the glasses, and yeah, and I try to provide them with the best advice that I can. Husband starting to work from home full time will drive your wife crazy. Yeah, I think there's something to that. So gonna have to rewatch this. Oh, cool. Yeah, awesome. I usually don't rewatch any of my videos, so but if you want to watch it, it's cool. Okay, it says it. Oh, Bernie. I should got Bernie on here again. Bernie, this was just I had some spare time, so I said, oh, I'm gonna go live for a little bit. But Bernie's an awesome person for the channel. It's been so supportive, and we need to hang. And I know that I know Bernie. Are you on vacation right now? I know we had some overlap for your family vacation of mine, and we were trying to get it to work out. But I'm in your state, Bernie. So it's so far everything's been really fun over here. Great content as usual. Thank you so much. People saying thanks for the content. Thoughts on life-saving medication, EpiPen? Yeah, we have EpiPens. Stocked up for that. I actually have a good relationship with my GP doctor, who I think is a closet prepper and watches the channel too. And so I've gotten some more of for a lot of the prescriptions that I have. I have heart issues. I have longer supplies of that I buy out of pocket and not through insurance for different things. So that's what I've done. So having a good relationship with your doctor is the way to go. Let's see. I'm going to go for a little bit longer, and then I'm probably going to sign off because my throat's getting sore, and I don't want to sound like old Al Pacino. So let's see. What makes people think SHTF won't happen or is possible? Yeah, I think it seems like SHTF is kind of happening at some place in the world all the time. So, and I think a lot of people our grandparents were probably preppers as far as what they're preparing. They just didn't call it preparedness. I think that prepping should be something that's taught in schools personally, where self-reliance and preparedness should be a subject. I don't use a lot of the knowledge that I learned in various subjects from school, but I would use preparedness in addition to other things like finances and stuff. But maybe that's another video I should do. Let's see, September. That's when Memorial here. Tell me more. Okay, pinball preparedness. Yeah, pinball preparedness is just cranking out the videos, and they're always so good. And he just does them daily. He's so well spoken. I'm a little jealous on how good of a speaker he is and how consistent he is on the videos. And he's just doing kind of one take videos. I always get jealous of people that can do a one take video. the live streams like this is kind of a one take for me, but that's about it. But yeah, Pinball Preparedness has been killing it lately on the videos. So just with the regular content and just how well spoken and how knowledgeable he is in the topics that he discusses. So, any plans to talk politics related to prepping? No, not really. I figure you guys get political talks from on TV and going to the airport and going to the mall and other YouTube channels and on Twitter and on TikTok. Or, I figure when you come over here, then it'll be a little break from some of that. So, let's see. Having your neighborhood prepper friendly is the most important thing. Yeah, lone wolves. Yeah, I think it's good to have a network, and having allies is good to have. Yeah, you might not have your neighbors sleep in your house during an emergency, but I think it's good to have good relationships with your neighbors. Okay, we can't hear you. Okay, good. Let's see. Okay, another slew. I'm probably going to go for another. Let's see. I've been going for. I could probably go no more than 90 minutes, but we'll see if I can do it within 75. So. Thank you for going live. You're very welcome. Thanks for watching the live stream. So, a lot of YouTube preppers are being kicked off of YouTube for the dumbest reasons. Make sure you check for your back channels. Yeah, for me, I've always been worried about someday family-friendly prepping channels such as myself not being cool anymore to be on YouTube. So I have a diversified kind of social media presence where I have a backup YouTube channel. That's my Got Preps channel. That's more for like vlogging and some of the short videos and stuff like that. But I also have other like Odyssey, for example, Library, other ones where I also put my content out, and it kind of auto feeds there. So I just always, at some point, I just get worried that prepping channels might be seen as a negative. But hopefully not. I mean, I don't cuss on my channel. I don't talk about anything political. I don't do anything with guns and knives. I don't do anything really controversial. But maybe, I don't know. Maybe I don't. You never know what kind of prepping topic might be controversial to someone. So I don't know. Eating emergency food ration bars someday might be controversial. And then, all right, Herbert Prepper, you're done. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Glad you're on vacation. Hope that, yeah, thank you so much, Elizabeth. It's been a fun vacation, and we're having a great time. Again, we're down here in Sunriver. Have a great remainder of the weekend. Stay safe. Thank you, Prepping Penguin. By the way, the logo is awesome. So let's see. Oh man. Every time I scroll down, I use StreamYard for my live streams, and I think that I'm all caught up on the comments, and then a whole slew of them come in. So. Building a network of Henry, yeah, I think that's super important too. I really like. I've been liking these Gotenna mesh systems and having more of a mesh network in the neighborhood for like a neighborhood watch. I have these kind of set up for me locally, and it's because it's something that anyone could do without training or a license and stuff like that. And you could talk to grandma and grandpa or whatever, or someone that's nearby, and having that kind of mesh network, I think is important. So that's I really like that. Top prepper channels for noobs. I like the ones that are. Geez, that's a good. Well, I would probably just go with the largest ones for now because they have the most content out there. I think for noobs, that I would probably do a channel that's been around the block for about 5+ years, 5 to 10 years. That's going to have hundreds of videos, so you could binge watch, and they'll probably have playlists already set up. So, like, you could watch a Canadian prepper series or a city prepping one, or you name it. Drop Fork Survival. There's all sorts of great prepping channels. My recommendation would be to find someone that has hundreds of videos so you could binge watch and catch up. That would be what I'd recommend. So look for the channels with probably the largest. Actually, I follow Rogue Preparedness. I think that's going to be a mandatory for Rogue Preparedness is a great channel, and Alaska Preppers. I could just name them all. Sutton Stays is great. Prepper Potpourris is great. Magic Prepper is great. Yeah, Full Spectrum Survival. There's all sorts of really great ones. I think that if you're a noob, that you're going to want to do a big ramp up period, and so just go in with the ones that have a lot of videos and a huge playlist, so you can kind of ramp up on certain topics and preparedness. Appreciate everything you've done for the community over the years. Thank you so much, Nick. I appreciate it. Sometimes you feel lonely doing all these kind of things, and oftentimes like you could get 1,000 great comments, and that's that one comment from some hater or something, or keyboard commando that just kind of sticks with you, and it could kind of deflate like your motivation. So hearing the stuff like this always helps me out. So uh, yeah, what I'd like to do is get into a system where I have maybe 2 live streams a month, where I have one that's a larger channel and one that's like an up and coming channel, because I want to grow more of the smaller channels into being larger channels. I think it's good for the community, but I also want to also make sure that there's some popular ones that we'd have some good conversations, I think. So ideally, I'd like to kind of go with that style approach where you have, over 100,000 subscriber channel, and then one that's like less than 10,000. I think that would be kind of a good combination. Decentralized YouTube alternative. I like Odyssey. I think they're really good. I think it's not like a big echo chamber over there. It feels like 2008 YouTube to me, because they have all sorts of random videos there, and I'm trying not to do political stuff, but it doesn't veer as much one way or the other. It's just a big free for all. It's kind of the wild, wild west, I think, and it's decentralized. It's a blockchain the design, so I think it's a good one. Okay, yeah, hockey said, yeah, I agree. I think Odyssey's a good one. Mini that's a giveaway for friends, but what do you think? I think if you want to do that, I think that's great. I think your friends would like it too. I think even like a mini medi, the little mini medi kits. I have one in my pocket all the time. It's like a mini first aid kit. It comes in handy all the time because everyone's going to get a cut at some point. And if you could get them carrying this on a daily basis, next thing they know, they're going to be carrying a pocket knife or something else on a daily basis. This is a good channel for learning. I appreciate the positive approach. It all takes all kind. I think. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I try to. As you noticed, you probably see in my thumbnails and in my videos, I'm usually smiling in it, because for me this is fun. I enjoy talking about prepping. Even though the topics that we're talking about are kind of scary, I don't want to be one of those sad face preppers, basically. But they're always kind of in a sad mood. So your audio is fine. Okay, cool. So again, I'm using these AirPods. I've never used them before, but I don't have my normal setup because I'm on vacation. So. Can you use diatomaceous earth to prevent pests instead of freezing? Uh, I know that they work good for bed bugs. You don't want to inhale it though, because it's unhealthy for that. But I know it works for a lot of different pests. Pinball is on its third and started a rumble. Yeah, I think it's good to just have, like, you don't want to have all your. I think it's good to have for your videos. If you're a video provider, it's good to have a diversified portfolio of where your videos are located, even if they don't get watched by anyone. Like I have some channel, like I'm on all of them basically. So I'm on BitChute, I'm on Odyssey, I'm on Rumble, I'm on YouTube. You name it, I'm probably there. So I'm on TikTok. I'm on. I could For me, there's people that are probably could be getting into prepping there, and so you could get new audience people in addition to having backups to your primary channel. Like, so YouTube's always going to be my channel unless they don't like, again, if they don't like family friendly prepper videos down the road. But hopefully that never happens. I think I've been pretty. If something were to happen to me on YouTube, things are going to be pretty rough because I think I'm pretty tame for the type of content that I do. Rogue Preparedness is how I found out. Yeah, everyone should. Morgan's awesome. She walks the walk, talks the talk. She's an awesome prepper. She's super nice. She's super always willing to help people. Her videos are really good. It's valuable content. I'm surprised that her channel just hasn't blown up to hundreds of thousands of views. Hopefully that'll get there. But yeah, if everyone that subscribes to me should subscribe to Rogue Preparedness. So she's awesome. So. I like the ones that you mentioned. Yeah, thank you. Oh, man, I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. Not used to talking to you. Hey, man, great channel. Thank you so much, Frank. How much would you? I'm trying to get the tin, so it'd be $100. The problem, I need to get stuff at wholesale, and that's been the problem because I don't want to have some like $200 EDC tin for people to have. But the problem I'm having is getting stuff on wholesale. Thanks for the live chat. I've been to Sunriver. It's nice. Hopefully you enjoy it. Yeah, we're having a great time on vacation. I'm probably going to get off it a little bit because my wife and kids are going to be back from they're on a Jeep trip right now. So Do you use Faraday cages for your electronic? Yeah, I not for all of my electronics, but I use it for a lot of it. I've been like in the Mission Darkness Faraday. It's like a duffel bag, and I have a lot of electronics in there. It gives me peace of mind. And like on vacation right now, I bring a Faraday bag with me as well. So yeah, so I use it for a lot of my preps and electronics. So, hey, thank you so much. Do you still get on? I haven't been on Discord as much lately, but Discord's kind of like the home where I could bounce around a lot of ideas. So it's called the Preppers Guild. Right now, I just haven't been as active lately, but I need to get back over there. So okay, I'm gonna keep going for a little bit. Say you have $100 for prepping. What do you buy first? Always start with food and water and make sure that you have a 2 weeks supply of food. I think would be good. A good start for $100. Let's say that you already have food. Then have I don't. Geez, let's see what else. I would focus on food, water, and then let's see, like kind of the medical stuff. Like if you could buy some of your prescription medications out of pocket for cash, that's stuff that's going to be hard to find, and you need it to survive. So I would probably do that. There's a lot of you're not going to be able to find a firearm or a generator or something for $100, so that'll be a little tougher. Do preppers really stand a chance against marauders and non-preppers when they go? I don't think anyone really stands a chance against a lot of them unless you're a superhero. I think the wave just is kind of blending in, and being the gray man concept for that is the way to go. Like if there's a bunch of marauders outside, I'm probably going to make my house look like it's already been ransacked and throwing all the stuff out in the front yard just to make it and have it spray painted on the outside. And, I think just blending in is going to be the way to go for that, and not sticking out. Prepping is absolutely something we should enjoy doing. For us, it's almost a lifestyle. Yeah, prepping is a lot of the topics are scary, but I always, smile in the face of death and danger and have fun doing it. So that's my approach to it. So it's, when you're talking about, end of the world type stuff, or serious flooding and earthquakes and stuff, I'm going to have fun preparing for it. It helps me stay positive, because otherwise you get down and out and depressed about the topics. So, okay, how many would you prefer to prep? How many liters of water? I go more for gallons. They say to have a gallon of water per person per day. So I think for a minimum, I would try to have at the very least 3 days of water. So let's say you have a family of 4. So if you have a 5-gallon water, you kind of do the math on what you need for that. But I think for the bare minimum, I would have each person in your family have a 5-gallon water jug at the bare minimum. So. Okay, I'm going to go for a little bit longer. I'm going to take a little drink here. Yep, yeah, a lot of rave reviews about Morgan from Rogue Preparedness. Yeah, she does live what she talks about, and she's awesome at bow and arrows too. So I don't mess with her either. Mom's still pissed. we have T-shirts of that now in our family. That was such a fun moment geez, my spacing on me on that particular live stream. Prepping is prepping. We've been prepping long before prepping was cool. Now being a prepper is cool, I guess, because of one of the silver linings from COVID. But I find it to be very addicting. It's more of a lifestyle, though. It's not like I'm doing individual prepping projects. It's just something that you're just always doing. So let's see. Oh man. What was the video site you said felt like 2008? Odyssey, Odyssee. And it's built on Library, LBRY, which is kind of the back end. Library is the front end for this blockchain video hosting. I think it's a good one. Caught the live stream. Yeah, talk with Tiffany. Thanks for coming on the live stream. So, yeah, angry prepper. Jeez, why did I? Yeah, that was so fun. I think my daughter was able to make Angry Prepper not as angry because of that little moment on that live stream. She does that at work too. Sometimes I'm doing interviews for work, or we're having a meeting, and she'll just come on and start talking about something, and all my colleagues see her. So having medical tools are very important. Yeah, I think that was one of the things I did last year. Was I wanted to have a really good tool bag set up because of things happen, and then now I'm just trying to replicate that for like in vehicles and other places. But yeah. Okay, let me see. I'll probably go for a few more minutes. Yeah, if you guys like these kind of live streams with just me talking, I'd be glad to do them more. Right now, I've been going for about 80 minutes now, so it's fun just kind of doing these. Able to answer a lot of the questions. Again, if you're just tuning in now, I'm on a vacation right now in Sunriver, Oregon. I haven't done a video for a while on the YouTube channel just because I started a new job recently and kind of learning within this particular team, and it's a new role for me too. So it's just been a ramp up period. So it's again, YouTube's not really my main job. It's just more of a hobby type thing. So, but I have a lot of projects that are in the works right now. Actually, my wife is starting to call, so I'm going to have to get off the live stream in a second. So let me just do a couple more questions, and then I'll head out. So let's see. Beginning preppers look up the rule of threes. Yeah, those are all great places to start. Rule of three, the 10 C's of survival. I have a video it's filmed. I just need to finish editing it, and that's for the 10 C's of urban survival is one that I'm going to be doing. Dig your own well. Yeah, one of my neighbors actually found a well that they didn't know existed, and they found it in their yard, and now they're trying to figure out what to do with it. I would love to have a well. Need to do that. I didn't know that about beet powder. That's great. I've been doing a lot of supplements and stuff lately. Jason, watching for I honestly learned a lot. Thank you so much, Jason, for watching for so long. I really appreciate the support, especially for people that have been around for a long time and kind of seen the evolution of the channel and the journey and everything. So. Have you covered a ton? Thank you. Yeah, I try to have like a well-rounded set of topics, and I try not to go for a lot of the current events or anything political or anything really controversial. Again, I wanted to be the gateway drug of prepping to help bring people into prepping. Sensible prepper makes great content. So you've got the classiest responses to haters posting. Thanks for I get that from my mom. My mom says to kill them with kindness. So. Even the haters, they're watching the videos. They may give it a thumbs down and they talk smack to you, but hey, they're watching a video of mine. So I guess they're probably subscribed to the channel too, even to hate. So I appreciate their support too. So what do you do for a living? I work in software engineering and I work on computer nerd stuff. That's my day gig. Great live stream. Looking forward to. Thank you so much. This has been fun actually doing like a free form live stream. I miss not having Bernie here to talk to, but there's Bernie. So I need to. We need to do another one of these kind of freestyle ones where it's less of the interview format, although I do like doing the interview format ones. The Pervy Prepper, hey, long time to see. Thank you so much for coming on live stream. I'm about to wrap it up now though, guys. So just get did I skip your question? Let me see. A monkey, if you have the question again, I might have lost it there. If you could post it one more time, I promise that I'll answer it if you can get it really quick because my wife's calling. She's coming back from their Jeep trip. What will you do when people are made? What will you do when the people who made fun of your prepping come to your door for supplies? That's been I'll still help them. I'm not going to hold stuff against people like that. And I think a lot of the teasing you get is more for fun. A lot of people that you do tease or you do it because you like the person. But I've over COVID stuff, I've helped out a lot of people in our neighborhood that were not prepared for stuff and. You can eventually win them over. I don't want to be that kind of person that holds it against them. Hey, you should have listened to me when I told you to. I don't want to be like that. So, yes, I like the live streams. Yeah, I'll do more of these style live streams. If you guys like watching them, I'll be happy to do them. Let's see. This is for a knowledge for yeah. Actually, sometimes when someone's hating on me, sometimes they have a valid reason. Like maybe they say I talk too fast, or I said a word wrong, and they're just dogging me on that. So sometimes I learn stuff from them too. Thanks, Tepco. Enjoy your vacation. I will. I'm about to sign off in a little bit. Again, if you like these type of videos, click the thumbs up button. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate this kind of impromptu live stream on a Sunday. I don't normally do Sunday live streams, and I try to announce them ahead of time too. So thank you so much. So I'm about to sign off right now. Let's see. I know that there's one. Okay, this is from Monkey Sir. What do you think about what's been going on? I haven't really been paying attention too much what's been going on in Portland. To be honest, I don't go to Portland too often. If I do, I'm going to probably go see Bernie down there. I try to stay away from kind of epicenters for stuff that might be dangerous. So, because again, my main priority is my family and kids. So, yes, live streams with you. Okay, I'll do that. Yes, on the live streams. I'll try to do that more often, especially if I'm having trouble cranking out a real video. I'll at least pop on to say hi. So. Well, I think on that note, I'm going to sign off. It's been a good 90-minute live stream, impromptu, taking Q&A. So I just wanted to fill you in. On vacation right now. I have some more videos that are in the works. I'm going to be doing the one on the new updated EDC bag, which this is the the Vertex Tourist, which is kind of tricked out for going kind of back to work. I'll probably do one on a fanny pack. I never thought I'd do a fanny pack video. I have a lot of different drone footage that I've been doing, so you expect some of those coming out, and just more videos. I have a whole bunch that are filmed. They're ready to go. I just need to finish editing them. So again, thanks everyone for the support. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Feel free to share this video, give it a thumbs up and a like, and I'll talk to you all later. All right, take care.